Following the cliffhanger at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2, the long wait began for Kingdom Hearts 3, which fans believed was teased in a secret ending. This visual would unexpectedly span over nearly a decade and across multiple platforms. In 2006, Kingdom Hearts series head Tetsuya Nomura revealed his next game, Final Fantasy Versus 13, for the next generation PlayStation 3. In hindsight, it seems that the production of this new game, along with various other titles, had a huge impact on the production of the supposed next chapter of Kingdom Hearts. With its lead creative director tied up with other projects, several successive entries to the series were relegated to handheld platforms. Fans anticipated the announcement of Kingdom Hearts 3, but Tetsuya Nomura dashed their hopes in 2007, stating that we wouldn't see the game for some time. Instead, we were treated to another interquel that helped connect Kingdom Hearts to Kingdom Hearts 2. 3 years after the release of Part 2, 358 over 2 days for the Nintendo DS provided more insight into the background of Organization 13, including previously unknown information pertaining to the events of Chain of Memories. This time around, the story centers on Roxas, Axel, and a mysterious girl named Xion, and how the three form an enduring friendship during their time working for Organization 13. While Roxas and Axel are members of the group, Xion is not considered to be amongst their ranks, despite donning the trademark black coat. Though much of the game's narrative involves the friends sitting around eating ice cream, several important elements are revealed, like the truth behind Xion's strange existence, which has broader implications for the storyline as a whole. In this crucial side story, the organization hopes to use Xion as a puppet that would become a replica Sora, but in order for her to do that, she needs some of Sora's memories, presently locked away within Roxas. Over the course of the game, players witness the internal politics of the organization pulling the group apart as members carry out their assigned missions. Eventually, we learn the truth behind the mysterious past of Roxas. He was actually Sora's nobody, created when Sora became a Heartless near the end of the original Kingdom Hearts. The truth about Roxas is slowly revealed over the course of the game as he begins to realize his connection to Sora. In order for Naminé to fully restore Sora's memories, Roxas needs to reunite with the boy. But there's just one problem: Xion. She contains some of Sora's memories too, and as long as she exists, Sora can't fully recover. After a figurative change of heart, Xion wishes that the memories of Sora within Roxas and her be returned to their rightful owner. Angered by the way the organization used himself and Xion, Roxas sets off to challenge their leader Xemnas. Riku intervenes, using the darkness inside of him to temporarily subdue Roxas, allowing Naminé's restoration of Sora's memories to proceed unhindered. Roxas eventually awakens in a bedroom shortly after, believing everything that had transpired was merely a dream. The game ends with the opening sequence of Kingdom Hearts 2, where Roxas and his friends are enjoying the final days of summer vacation. Though we had assumed Kingdom Hearts was the origin point for the series, Square Enix took us into the past to see the true beginnings of the franchise in 2010's Birth by Sleep for the PlayStation Portable. Set 10 years before the events of Kingdom Hearts, this game laid the foundation for more of the series' mythology and finally pulled the curtain back on the origin of the main antagonist, Xehanort. Like most other games in the series, Birth by Sleep focuses on 3 main protagonists: Ventus, Aqua, and Terra. These characters would serve as the starting point for threads that stretch through time to a new generation of heroes: Sora, Riku, and Kairi. Likewise, the character art for the main villain, Xehanort, seems to pervade the entire series. At the core of Birth by Sleep is the story of Xehanort's ambition to recreate an all-powerful weapon known as the Keyblade. In order to achieve his dark desires, Xehanort sets in motion a chain of events that tears Ventus, Aqua, and Terra away from their homes and puts each of them on a collision course, ending in a showdown at a place known as the Keyblade Graveyard. Ventus is driven by his need to find Terra and warn him about Vanitas, while Aqua is instructed to watch over Terra, who is engulfed in an eternal conflict between light and darkness. Each hero believes that they're fighting to stop an evil force known as the Unversed from wreaking havoc on each world, but in truth, they're being strung along by Xehanort. Eventually, the trio reunites at the Keyblade Graveyard for a showdown with Xehanort. In the end, the arch-villain nearly succeeds. The Keyblade is partially recreated, but along with the help of Mickey, the forces of light are able to prevent it from being fully realized. However, all three heroes pay a terrible price for their victory, setting in motion a series of events that would directly impact the rest of the series. It was now up to a young boy named Sora and his friends Kairi and Riku to heal the wounds inflicted by that final confrontation with Master Xehanort. Given everything that had transpired up to this point, fans expected big things from the next Kingdom Hearts. Unfortunately, Square Enix was content to drag the narrative along with a new installment that did little to push the plot forward. 2011's Recoded for the Nintendo DS was originally released as a mobile phone game in Japan in 2008, and though it at first appears to be a refresher for those who missed out on Kingdom Hearts and Chain of Memories, it changed aspects of the plot from those games. The game begins when Jiminy Cricket finds a mysterious message in his journal that he doesn't recall writing. In order to decipher the message, he calls upon King Mickey for assistance. He creates a virtual world to interpret the data within Jiminy's notebook in hopes of solving the riddle. Eventually, with the aid of digital versions of Sora and Riku, Mickey and friends uncover a crucial bit of extra data and decode its true meaning. The information contained within is a special message from Naminé. She explains that special memories exist within the real Sora, memories that belong to the people he shares a connection with. These connected individuals were suffering from a deep hurt inflicted over the course of the series, and it's Sora's duty to heal their pain. With this new knowledge in hand, Mickey sends an urgent letter to Sora, the very same letter Kairi presents to him at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. By 2012, the PlayStation 3 was well into its lifespan. The glimmer of hope that Kingdom Hearts 3 would arrive on the platform diminished as time went on. Yet Square Enix didn't completely abandon their fans. They created a sequel, Dream Drop Distance, for the 3DS that finally brought the entire series into focus. Riku and Sora had triumphed over Xehanort's puppets. Ansem fell by Sora's hand in Kingdom Hearts, and Xemnas was defeated by the pair at the end of Kingdom Hearts 2. However, the destruction of both villains triggered the resurrection of Master Xehanort. Realizing the dire situation at hand, Yen Sid, the former Keyblade Master who constantly kept a close watch on the balance between light and darkness, puts the heroes through the Mark of Mastery exam in order for them to further develop their skills. The two warriors set off on their individual trials to reawaken worlds previously destroyed by the Heartless. Only then can they earn the rank of Keyblade Master. During their exam, Sora and Riku encounter resurrected versions of Ansem and Xemnas. In an even bigger surprise, Sora encounters a younger version of Xehanort and is sent into a deep sleep. As Riku attempts to rescue Sora, Xehanort reveals his endgame, a new means to forge the all-powerful Keyblade with the help of a reborn Organization 13. He claims Sora is the final piece of this equation, but Riku and his friends are able to triumph in the end and thwart the villain's scheme. The victorious Riku is eventually able to revive Sora, and together the duo returns to Yen Sid. Only Riku is declared a Keyblade Master, prompting Sora to set off to the realm of sleep to thank the creatures known as the Dream Eaters who helped him during his exam. Meanwhile, Yen Sid decides it's necessary to gather Keyblade wielders in preparation for the looming showdown with Xehanort and his forces. In a final scene, we see Riku being dispatched to retrieve Kairi, who will be trained in the art of Keyblade wielding.
I believe we need a new Keyblade Master. One with a new kind of power.
The chronological order of the Kingdom Hearts games has never really been in question, as Square Enix went to great lengths to ensure the timeline was clearly defined. There are currently 7 main entries in the series, which fit into a chronology as follows. First is Birth by Sleep, which takes place 10 years before the events of Kingdom Hearts. At the conclusion of Kingdom Hearts, Sora sets off to find Riku and stumbles across Castle Oblivion, setting the stage for Chain of Memories. This is then followed by Kingdom Hearts 2, Coded, and finally Dream Drop Distance. As for the events of 358 over 2 days, the story runs parallel to the final chapters of the original Kingdom Hearts and the entirety of Chain of Memories, ultimately leading into the opening of Kingdom Hearts 2. Though the order of the games is simple enough, it's what actually transpired during each game and how these events and characters connect that form the real puzzle. For many players, numerous questions loomed unanswered. Almost all of these crucial answers are buried deep within the pages of each story, but their complexity is a major point of confusion. Without all the pieces of the puzzle, fully understanding this complicated tale is a trying task indeed. Just who is Master Xehanort, and what's his connection to Organization 13? Why are there two Ansems? Why do so many people have a connection to Sora, and why do they all wield Keyblades? What is the real mystery behind Kingdom Hearts? It's possible to know all of these things, but in order to move forward, one must first look back.